Just out here in some peace for a second and going for my walk. I was going to take the day off, but I decided to video or two. Look, man, when you're on your purpose and you're out here doing what you got to do, getting out the mud, man, women start obsessing and gets crazy, man, because, their obsession, it stems from them observing you at first. And the way that you move, they just don't know what to do about it. You move in silence, so they never know what to expect. And for some reason, a lot of women like to try to predict and try to, figure out how the men they're interested in are moving, which if they would put that same type of time into the men that they're sleeping with, then they might not have these children out of wedlock. 111 on the timer to say this. But you'll see a lot of women that, are out here looking for a man observing you and, what I'm saying, putting you on a pedestal so that they can overly critique you to help them justify the reason why they don't have a man. And that's really what it is, because there's nothing you're doing wrong. They just don't have you. And since they don't have you, there has to be something wrong with you. It can't be there's something wrong with them. But listen, watching you for long periods of time, observing you, looking for flaws, they end up not finding anything and having to realize, "Oh, maybe it's me." Absolutely. Gotta smash that like button. And as they notice that maybe, they've been picking the wrong kind of guys and just moving weirdly, they start obsessing over how dangerous you are. Now, this is not dangerous as in the sense of anyone's life being, put at danger. No, just everyone in the modern times consider you dangerous if they can't read, read you, figure you out. It bothers people. Some people will go out of their way to try to befriend you and get close to you just because they want to figure you out. It's not really about liking you as a person or, moving with the right intentions. It's they want to figure you out. It's like a game to them. It's, you're kind of hard to figure out. So they want to put all this effort. Now, of course, you being the scholar and the diplomat that you are, you could care less what anyone else is doing, and you put your energy towards things that's going to put you in a better place. But you also are aware that there are creatures out here disguised as humans, and there are humans that are possessed by creatures. You know what I'm saying? So they're out here just doing whatever, it makes them feel better. And a lot of that is to try to figure out people so they can find their weaknesses to try to poke and pry. And some just get off on, trying to cause confusion and problems. So, knowing all this kind of stuff, you move selectively. You're super selective about who you give your energy to. You're super selective about who you allow around you. And women aren't used to this because when you've ascended and you're a man and you're focused and you know how to move in silence, like that, most of your business doesn't need to be put out there. And you also are aware that there are systems that have been put in place long before you came around that use the social construct and use society and societal norms to oppress people. So you know that someone's perspective of you, i.e. opinion, doesn't mean anything because they don't know you. And once you figure these keys out to life, because that's how people normally get others outside of themselves, is to project on the people that they don't know. And they'll use societal norms like their degree in whatever or their social media following, basically saying they have other groups of people that have deemed them to be certified to categorize and judge people that they deem necessary. See, that's the trick. That's where it's at, right? If you think about it, anytime you hear a certain group, certain person, or someone that's some kind of professional that has a degree from somewhere, that certification and that clout is supposed to be their mechanism that shows you, hey, I have the right to judge you. And based off of, my, following and or my degree from whatever university that everybody knows is prestigious, I'm allowed to play God. I'm allowed to judge you. I'm allowed to, you know, just for no reason project onto you. And when you understand this kind of stuff, you're like, yeah, absolutely not. I don't know you. I don't care who you are. You don't get to judge me. You're not supposed to be here to be judging other people. And you start standing in it. You start, what I'm saying, having this energy about you that's completely irresistible to women. And you attract people to you. And going through this process, man, you're going to have a lot of women that will initially start off mad at you, try to poke holes and try to get under your skin. Once they realize that they don't have it in them to get under your skin, and you don't care what they think, you know how the world works. And if anyone that actually knew you or somewhat knew you, somebody took the time to get to know you, they would find out you're a fantastic guy. So anyone that's judging you or talking crazy is a person, like I just said, talking crazy and reckless. They have a problem with you and they want to try to make it seem like it's something else. So they disguise it with, a bunch of babbling that they've picked up from online or certain phrases and things they've heard other people say, piece it together. You know what I'm saying? You on the other hand, you on the other hand, have this way about you, like I just said, to where you know how the world works, how energy works. You know that you have to be selective about who you interact with. You're very selective, what I'm saying, about your social interactions, who you allow in your energy, man, and who you interact with. And it bothers a lot of people that you're socially selective because a lot of people rely on social norms to find ways to trigger people. You're supposed to interact with everybody, and be open minded to everybody. So I can find a way to slide in and, try to trigger you or manipulate the situation. No, I'm very selective. Whenever you move, you more than likely only really open up to certain people. And whenever you're out and about doing whatever you have to do, you're super relaxed, of course, but your situational awareness is at an all time high. We move in silence, man. So the point is, hey, what's going on from Russia? What's going on? The point is to make people think that you're paying no attention to what's going on. Your goal is to, and what you do, I'm not telling you guys what you haven't been doing already, is to get people as relaxed around you as possible. To even think that you might be naive or, a fluke or, all kind of weird stuff, have all kind of women projecting weirdo stuff on me. None of it makes any sense. It all contradicts itself. But you let people do this kind of stuff because it's better that they are making assumptions than to really know what you're capable of. You understand this kind of stuff. And see, this makes you dangerous. So you're making moves whenever they see you, and then when they don't see you, they know that you're doing even more behind the scenes. And on top of that, you can't be triggered into telling your master plan or anything like that. So this shouldn't bother anyone, but society is so messed up to where everybody wants to know your business. And a lot of times people want to know your business to copy, to try to do what you do. You understand that there's only one you. So you could have people mimicking, mocking, copying, whatever. They can't be you. You're made one of a kind. You know what I'm saying? But you're able to see how easily people get obsessed with you. You're able to see how easily women get obsessed with you. And you're able to move accordingly because I know this, just like, any woman that works with you, if you have a coworker that's a female and she picks on you, she likes you. That's a trait that women never drop. They're always going to be that way. They're like that way from kids all the way up. If they like you, they pick on you. They don't know how to direct their attention or their feelings for you the right kind of way. So if you have any coworker, you have any friend of the family, that friend of your sister's or something, always calling you big head or something like that. But then she like, bats her eyes a couple extra times, or, wearing something super tight around you, throwing her hair. You know that this woman finds you attractive. Okay. And what I normally do by messing them up is I am aware that the ones that are picking on me are probably the ones that find me the most attractive. They can't stop thinking about me, and I move accordingly. So when they're trying to pick, you know how we do, man. We don't even give them any. We don't create any space for them. They're just, trying to pick on us, and we're just acting like they're not even there. You know, disregarding what they say, not even really giving them an opportunity for a rebuttal, not giving them the energy. Because listen, you gotta understand, a lot of women out here, they don't even care if they piss you off. If they can get in your energy, they get in your energy. They're like, oh, wow, I'm in his energy. And with women, a lot of guys do piss them off. But women can be talked into things because they want that attention. As a guy, we don't care. We could take it or leave it. So when we tell you you're getting on our nerves, we mean it. You're getting on our nerves. And once you go too far, there's no coming back. It just is the way that it is. Absolutely. She has to definitely be nice and open. We're not looking for, these. Listen, let me tell you something about some of these observer women. They are nice, but they are not open. They're sitting back watching us. You know what I'm saying? And observing and overly critiquing us and all this weirdo stuff, weaponizing the internet. I say, since they want to weaponize the internet that way, I'm going to weaponize it my way. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to completely, like I've been doing, I'm going to lay in on this sensual side of myself. And I'm going to seduce the crap out of these women, man. And I'm going to do whatever it takes. And I'm not going to do it in an overt way. I'm going to be very subtle. Been doing it already. Naturally, I'm just that way. But I'm going to lean more into it now that I'm out here in the dating market fully and officially. So, and what I'm noticing with the art of seduction, these women, they really start losing their minds. I got some fangirl that keeps following me around on different social media, spamming my TikTok. Man, she like 20 videos. Look, man, gentlemen, you have to be careful. When you're out here on your purpose and women can't seduce you and you're doing all the seduction, it's crazy, man. They're not used to this. They're not used to it. And what my haters don't understand, the females I used to watch before I stopped watching content creators altogether, I was studying them. I was listening to what they said, that they noticed and what they looked for on a man. The things that they were hating on the most are the things that they observed the most. Take note. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. Taking these notes, man, and because there's observer women who like you and won't say a word, and then there's observer women that like you, want you, too scared to approach and feel like they don't qualify. Those are the ones that jump online and run their mouth. When they run their mouth, gentlemen, stop sitting around getting upset at what they say. Listen to what they're talking junk about with you. Anything that they say is something they look up to. Remember, women don't sit around here watching dudes that they don't like. If that was the case, then there wouldn't be 80% of men that don't get noticed by women. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a fool. You know what I mean? These women are out here watching you, and whatever they like most about you will be one of the things that they speak the most about. I watch it, man, and I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. Now, with this art that I'm pulling on them right now, I'm driving them crazy, man. I'm not online as much as I used to be. I'm making sure I pop up certain times, doing certain things. I got my businesses up and going, so I ain't got to be on here every day, all day. You know what I mean? And I'm making sure that I'm on TikTok a lot, getting on Instagram and Facebook. with the moves that I'm doing now, because TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram are almost dating websites. You know what I'm saying? They almost are. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to put the concentration of my efforts there. Then coming back over here, letting you guys know what I see. See, you can get more something with honey than vinegar, something like that. I don't know how it goes. I don't know what that means, but I can do this for you. We'll put you in a minute of timeout. Take a break for a little while and come back in here and talk like you have some sense. The women, look, y'all, the women are watching you, bro. I can't stress it enough. The reason why you're not being approached, the reason why a lot of them are a little bit abrasive, because they're watching you all the time. All these online chicks, I don't even bother with them. They're watching me, man, and they're internalizing my content. I don't even know these people. So when I can see that she's combative right out the gate, I can tell she's revving herself up to try to tell me about myself from one of my videos. I disappear like a thief in the night. I'm not here to be told about myself from some single mother. If she would take her own advice, she wouldn't be out here making Pookie's babies. You know what I mean? I don't need no woman out here. You know how many single mothers are always trying to check me? If y'all would stop trying to glaze over the fact that you're a single mother and let that be at the forefront when you speak, that way people know not to listen to you. Because in modern times, if you're a single mother, you're a single mother by choice. And then if you're out here as a single mother telling men and telling other people what they should do without any self-reflection, then you're a whole mess. You're a whole mess. Do you know how many single mothers are out here consistently trying to throw jabs at me? Why would I listen to you? You know that I'm not out here looking for single mothers as the top priority of the type of women I want. So you're going to have a problem with that. This is what I'm talking about making sure you don't listen to what these people say. And that's what I do. When women start talking, when I hear women talking online, for example, content creator, right? Let's say a content creator pops up in my feed. Her title might be great. She might be throwing some shade towards wolves or something like that. Who knows, right? She might look kind of decent with a decent wig on and a decent filter. But when the video starts playing and there's children or a child in the background not being even disciplined, we already know what's going on with these single mothers. Oh, oh, bless your heart. Somebody needs a little bit of time out. Don't know how to control themselves. So, must be a single mother. Must remind her of one of her children's fathers. That timeout feature is something else. Now, why would I listen to a woman that might be talking some cash money stuff, but she's a single mother with a child in the background that can't be controlled? She's online babbling to make herself feel better. Might even be throwing shade towards somebody who's a better parent than her, or possibly a person that's not out here having children out of wedlock. See, that's what I look at. She could be online. Her message might be like, oh my God. It might be pretty dope to most. She might be thinking that she's online. I'm about to shade this dude or these people that I'm shading. No, you're a single mother. You do know what that means, right? That means that you've made horrible mistakes out here. And instead of you finding a way to, I don't know, help other women that have done the same thing like you do better, you're out here acting like it never happened, online talking like you can give advice to anybody when you need to be taking some of your own advice with the additional advice of keeping your legs closed. See, that's the part that you females online seem to glaze over and men are paying attention to. If you're online talking about your dating, talking about your independent, talking about you're liberated, and you're a single mother or just a single mother, period, you're out here getting it in. Now, just because you don't have a boyfriend or a man don't mean you're not getting it in. Now, why am I going to listen to you running around getting it in with Tom, Dick, and Harry? You know what I'm saying? And I'm out here getting it out the mud, doing what I need to be doing while I'm celibate. I'm not listening to you. And the way that I move like this, I don't even care if it's a single mother of 3 different baby dads, and every talking point that I say hits the nail on the head. She will still be initially upset, but eventually be like, man, this guy's just so fine. They can't get enough. I don't make them come over here and watch me. No one does. But, look, when you're fine and you got it together, you don't have to say a whole lot. And women can gaslight you all they want. Remember, they don't see 80% of men. When you got the stats in your head, you're not emotional, you know what I'm saying? Whether you were raised by your father and your mother in a nuclear family like me, or raised by your single mother, but you got the game from somebody and you know better, you don't move in emotion. Women do everything in emotion. So they think that you think like them. The goal is to trigger you, troll you, trigger you. And if they can't troll you, trigger you, then they'll try to secondhand trigger you through secondhand trolling, which is not maybe directly doing whatever to get you upset, but then having something to say about you getting upset. Well, it doesn't matter what they say. They don't know you. It don't matter what they say about how you look. It don't matter what they say about what they think that you do for a living or how you move. If they think you're clumsy or goofy, if these females were out here trying to mimic the way you talk and the way that you move and your personality while trying to mock it at the same time while wearing a horrible blonde wig, it doesn't really matter because these women don't have a man. These women have children out of wedlock. And some of these women look like they're pushing 40 hard, pushing it hard. Now, I'm not saying that you're 40 or over, but you look like it. You look like it. So knowing this kind of stuff, and I'm listening to a woman try to shade me, and this is why they never directly try to come over here and go with me. I will look at you just off of what I see and destroy you. Worst thing you could say about me after studying me for God knows how long. Googling on the internet how to take down somebody like me that's articulate like I am. I don't even need to do any of that stuff. Just show up, and what you say and what you show yourself as will be enough for me to destroy you. That's why they don't come over here with that kind of stuff, man. And the way that I move this way, it makes me dangerous while simultaneously making me extremely attractive to these women. So even my haters that just want to, I don't want to argue with this guy, da, 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 they're still getting wet from me. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. The trolling has increased. That's how you know your boy's getting popular. I don't really care. Listen, when you're a Sigma, you don't care what anybody thinks about you. And you hope that people think that you do care. I'm telling you the truth. We hope that you think that we do care the same way y'all care. We hope that you do. It's about moving in silence. If you know the level of the person that you're trying to become enemies with, you would tuck tail and run. And we don't want you to do nothing like that, man. We want you to be bold and brash and stupid. You know what I'm saying? We want a lesson out of this as well. If you run, we'll never learn anything, right? We'll never beat you and then learn something from it. So what I'm trying to tell you is continue being who you are, bold, brash, doing your own thing, not worried about what anybody else thinks. The haters out there mimicking, mocking, and trying to be cute are going to be doing the same thing in a year, 2 years, 5 years. Broke, mimicking and mocking and trying to scour the internet and social media to put together some babble to make their nonsensical hate sound good. Whatever you need to do to help you look yourself in the mirror at night, we don't care. Okay? We're out here doing it like we're supposed to be doing it, getting it out the mud. Now, I'm not going to hold y'all up again. I'm going to drop a pre-recorded video probably tonight, maybe not, but definitely going live again. Now, starting next week, I'm kicking it into gear. Been doing a lot of planning, you know what I'm saying? A lot of writing things down, setting up different things, testing out stuff the past couple of days, seeing how it works. Now that I know, I'm going to run with it. That's what we do. We come up with plans and we make solutions and we move. Y'all sit around and critique and hate. and stay in the same place. Men like me will always have options in women. The women that hate on me are just losers that know that they're not a real option to me. It just is the way it is. Not worried about it. None of us are. You're going to be observed by women that would love to approach you but are too cowardly to do so. All well, so sad. And you also have women that are observing you and think that they can't stand you, but don't even think about the fact that guys that they really can't stand, they have nothing to do with, think about, or even send a message to or look at online. Okay? That's fact. All right? Anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm your brother. Smash that like button. Also, leave a comment and share the live, you guys. Listen, the channel's growing. I'm holding myself back from cussing. It's a struggle, but I'm getting better with it. I'm getting better with it. So if I'm doing better, we should all be doing better. And let's make this channel grow. As much as I love to cuss, I love money more. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Love y'all.